Okay, so the next question is about dissociation, and a lot of people, the first thing is we know it correlates with a lot of psychiatric disorders, but living in the neurological world, there's always a little bit of overlap, and there is going to be a psychological component to almost all neurological disorders. That's the way the brain works, is you cannot separate the two. And the main thing is to understand what it is, because it's also very confusing. So sometimes people will describe it as, I'm in the grocery store, things are happening around me, but I just totally feel like it's an outer body experience. I'm outside of my body, I'm not present, almost as if you were viewing yourself from an outside perspective, and feel very out of touch with the sense of like your physical body, and also from an emotional standpoint. A lot of times that is gonna follow somebody who has a little bit dampened affect, a little bit more numbing going on. When we don't feel as much, that sense of numbness in itself is enough to trigger some dissociation. We know from some of the neurological studies there are certain people that are more prone to disassociating, and we also use it as a safety mechanism. So when, especially children, when they experience really bad trauma at a young age, they'll use dissociation as a safety mechanism to protect themselves. And on the real extreme form is where you kind of get walled off personalities, when it's very, very extensive in terms of how much people dissociate. But in terms of concussions and brain injuries, we see it in mild forms all the time. And it's a very weird experience. Like sometimes people feel like they're floating above their own body or not in their body. And you see this overlapping with some of the higher up vestibular disorders, because that sense of not being grounded or the personal body ownership being yours is a really big deal. And it's confusing and it's very scary.